Hello and welcome. We're going to another video. In today's video, we have some amazing high-end, high elo battlets using the best team in the Open Ultra League. I would say this is by far the best, the most solid team in the entire Ultra League. We have some battles from Pokémon GO, Pokémon upside down. If you flip your head, you can read it. It's Pokémon there. He just like stuff to be a bit extra complicated and hard. He plays the game on a very hard mode account. He usually like runs some scuffed Pokemon, but in today's video, he is running the best team in Ultra League. Mango has a rank 1 Ultra League Zygarde, and he was trying to capitalize on that IV Zygarde and just grind the cells and build a team around it. And this season, one of his favorite Pokemons, if you watch his stream, which I will be leaving in the description below, I totally recommend watching his stream. He is by far the best educational stream to watch on Twitch, okay? If you want to improve at the game, check his stream. I'll be leaving it in the description below. He likes Clefable a lot, and he's pairing it with Drapion, Shadow Drapion, okay? You can use non-Shadow, but Shadow is just better, okay? The team is basically 2 buffed Pokemons and a Zygarde, which is the bulkiest, the strongest Pokemon, okay? Optimus Prime is just no joke, man. This Pokemon is just too good and too powerful. Without further ado, let's just go and watch these battles, and you guys will be able to judge, okay? These battles are just insane, versus insanely good battles as well. And first battle, we're playing against Shiny Milk Tank. Milk Tank has an Ice Beam, which is very threatening to the Zygarde. Usually very threatening to every dragon, but is Zygarde the dragon? He's technically a robot, right? So robots do not fear ice. Upon throwing the Ice Beam, Mango usually doesn't shield unless it's lethal, but this does so much damage. So are we gonna let it go? He's like, no, I'm not gonna shield. He only shields lethal moves. So what do we do now? He decided to go for the Crunch, and Crunch does have a chance to debuff the opponent, but EQ, if it gets shielded, it's going to be tough. Opponent getting to another charge move, Mango now decide to shield because this is a lethal move. So what do we do now? Well, we can just throw the EQ, okay? It does take out. We had to go down a shield to beat that thing, but I think we should be fine still. Opponent's trying to farm all the way down. Trying to farm Zygarde all the way down is pretty much like a very big thing to do. So what do we do now? Well, we still go Drapion, to be honest, because we do live in Icy Wind comfortably. And then we try to overfarm a bit, and then we switch to clear the debuff. So how good is this matchup? If they have a Sludge, it's bad. They do have Sludge. So the answer is it's bad. The thing is, we have a Swift, and the Swift is a recently buffed move. It's an Aqua Tail clone. So it's by far, I think, the best 35 energy move after Sacred Sword and Leaf Blade. Okay. We don't talk about how OP Leaf Blade is. What do we do now? Well, we just throw these moves, Crunches and Aqua Tails. They swap now. I think we're in a bad situation. We have to shield this. What do we do now? Well, we have to throw in 4, because if you do one more, they will get to the move. Throw the Crunch. If this Crunch KOs, no, it doesn't. But we get to the Aqua Tail, and then we lose the game. I think having an Ice Beam user in the lead was just very tough to the Zygarde. Next game, we have a Registeel, Battle of the Titans, okay? Which one is the better Titan? Opponent insta-swap to Virizion, which tells you that they do have 2 answers to the Zygarde. We instantly swap to Clefable, and Clefable does destroy the Virizion. Usually when people safe swap Virizion, they have Stone Edge. When they don't safe swap it, they don't have Stone Edge. That's how it usually goes. So what do we do now? Well, we just throw Moon Blast, okay? Moon Blast doesn't do that much damage, but it, well, stalled the clock enough. He went back to the Zygarde, but I mean, if the opponent had Feraligatr, I think they should have swapped Feraligatr to start with. But do we shield this? I mean, Ice Beam does a lot, but the thing is, we technically live that, and as I said, Mango doesn't shield unless the move is lethal, okay? So since he survived, he was able to grab a shield, and since he's counting here, he knows that the opponent will get to the move within the next Shadow Claw, so that's why he decided to overfarm. So now he knows that the opponent will throw anytime soon, so that's why you see him over farming. So what do we do now? Well, simply no shield. Okay, that was a focus blast, so that was a good call. Remember that we have a move in the back, and now we do need a crunch debuff badly. So can we get a crunch debuff? No, we didn't. So what do we do now? That was like the timing was a bit scuffed from the opponent. Hopefully they don't get the debuff. They didn't get the debuff, so we still have a chance to play this game. 2 crunches technically should take out the Registeel. Aqua Tail can do it. So can we throw the Aqua Tail? Could we do that? Well, technically, if we can get to 2 moves, we can just spam one for the Regi and one for the Feraligatr. But since they swapped, we can just insta throw, and now Drapion taking out the Registeel. Oh my. Okay. Moving into the next game, Scourge, Optimus Prime into Scourge. This is a very, very good matchup for the Optimus Prime. Like, yeah, they do have Disarming Voice, but this is not a Dragonite. This Disarming Voice is technically not going to do any damage. Look at that. Opponent swapped into a Feraligatr. So what do we do now? Well, he decided to swap out. Okay, he didn't want to throw his energy because he has this Pokemon for the Feraligatr. So that's how Mango plays it, okay? Which one is the correct play? Well, the correct play is how Mango plays, not what I say is the correct play. It's how Mango plays it, okay? So if you see him insta-swapping, that's because insta-swapping has given him like better plays later into the game. So we take it out. Now what do we do? Well, we can just spam Aqua Tails. Aqua Tail is still a decent move, and it's super effective, and opponent shielded. So we can get to another one. So throwing the Aqua Tail was actually the way to do it, because if we threw a crunch, we wouldn't get to this Aqua Tail. What do we do now? Well, we just swap out. They swapped out, and now it's Primarina into a Clefable. We see that Mango going for the extra there, which was a good idea because they threw in bad timing. Now what do we do? Well, Mango's like, let's bait. This is a very gutsy play, but I think Mango knows something. Okay, Mango doesn't know anything. I think it's because of 3 moves KO, 3 baits, or 1 nuke. Look at that. Okay, he's like, no, 2 baits KO, so that's for the reason we throw the bait. This Swift will take out the Scourge. Clefable in a beast mode, taking out 2 Pokemons, and that's how you win game. Doesn't have to be Zygarde. This is an annoying Pokemon technically to play against. Opponent swaps into a Skunk. So what do we do? Well, we can just do some decent fast move pressure and then swap out later. Trailblaze does hit for the neutral damage. It's not the most ideal move. We see that Mango going for the bait. It's a rare situation to see Mango baiting. So I thought I thought that the day when Mango bait will never come. They threw the crunch, to be honest. We can just, I mean, they shielded once. We can shield. We have so much energy. And now we can just go out to the Drapion, and they die to an Aqua Tail. Opponent swaps out to the Tentacle. This is actually a good matchup for Drapion. Why? Because we have a Crunch with Shadow. If we get a Crunch debuff, we just simply win this game. What if we don't get a Crunch debuff? You don't win the game. Like, by the game, I mean this matchup right here. But since we are on energy lead, we live as Scald, and we should get to another crunch here. But Mango decided to throw in CMP because he is that good. He knows how to count to 7. And we take out that Pokemon. And this Pokemon now, I think we could have done one more, but Mango forget that thing maybe doesn't learn his Volta Switch now. So what do we do? I don't know what do we do now, to be honest. Because that thing has Mirror Shot, which is super effective. They have Rock Tomb. He tapped on the Zygarde, but the game did not register his Zygarde, so that was like why he stayed in, because technically it will be too late to swap out. Is Fortress a decent Pokemon? Well, it seems to be doing good here, even though it's a good matchup. It's a bad matchup. What do we do? I think like we added shield here and they'll lose the game, or we shield the Clefable and lose the game, I think. Yeah, we need to get to 2 moves. So whoever gets to 2 moves first is going to be the one who wins this game. So we have first move, and I think we might need to do 1 more. Yeah, and if this KOs, we win this game. Holy, that was a tough game. Oh no, they live with 1 HP. No! No! That was the Rock Tomb debuff. Well played to both the trainers, to be honest. Well played to both people. Okay, opponent's running Shadow Hariyama. Hariyama technically got a Force Palm now, so it's kind of a buffed Pokemon, okay? It resisted Crunch, and we throw in CMP. What do that thing have? That thing has Close Combat, which does a lot. Holy, that was lots of damage. If they live this Crunch... this is another Close Combat. Dude, Hariyama beats... Zygarde? Wow. So what do we do now? Well, I think this is a good game. There is no way we win this because the Talonflame will be against our Clefable, and Clefable does not beat the Talonflame. Maybe Mango knows something we don't. So opponent here throwing Brutal Swing. We don't care. We have to shield because our Drapion is the way to win. But are we gonna shield after? No. Okay. Opponent made it easier for us, and they did not shield, because if they shield there, we can't shield. So what's the play now? Well, we do 2, then throw Aqua Tail. Then we do 2, then we throw Aqua Tail. Step 2, do 2, then Aqua Tail. Now step 3 is the difficult one. What do we do now? Yeah, that was like, what do we do now? Let's see what Mango will do, okay? So he lets it go, and now we throw the Swift. We need 2 Swifts, I think. No, we need 3 Swifts. So if they have a Fly, I think Fly does KO with all the boosts. No, we live with 1 HP. We're going for the Moonblast, and does this Moonblast KO? It does KO. Dude, Mango's cracked. Okay, that was a good play, Mr. Mango. Holy. Okay, this is the Core Breaker. For people who are like, oh, how do you beat the A-Slash? We were about to see, okay? Well, what if he doesn't beat A-Slash? We will see. So we go to the Drapion. This is a scuffed matchup because we resist Shadow Claw. They double resist Poison Sting, and they bait us like that. That was an ouch bait. What do we do now? We have an Aqua Tail, which is neutral. Crunch is resisted. I think both are technically do the same amount of damage, but Aqua Tail is cheaper, so that's why we throw Aqua Tail. What do we do now? Well, we can just swap out, and they throw a Crunch, which is good for us, because that means the switch will be scuffed for a bit. What do we do now? They throw another one. Well, we're not going to throw here a Crunch because it doesn't KO. It's double resisted. They still having gotten the Crunch debuff, which means we can just keep farming. Opponent, I think, is a 2 or something. So what do we do now? I think we just one then Crunch. No, we just insta throw. This Crunch might not take out, and we need another one so we can take out, and then we swap, and they also swap. They predicted the swap, and they catch on a Tentacruel. So what do we do now? Well, we have to spam these Crunches, and we will see. Crunch number 1 doesn't get the debuff. No, it doesn't get, dude. Mango doesn't get debuffs, I swear. It's like he's not getting any debuff so far. Do they get the debuff though? If they get the debuff, this is a GG. They didn't get the debuff, and now we're just going to sit for the second Crunch. Can we get the debuff? No, we can't get the debuff. Opponent tried to swap and snipe, but hey, Mango was awake. Is like, no, I see you. I'm gonna Crunch, and then we will switch out. Can we win this? Well, It depends. Mango's going for the full farm down. This is a very gutsy play, and it requires too much courage to do, and he is going for the Swift, and he is counting, and now they have the move. So now what do we do? And another Swift for the Tentacles. And so far, we've seen a Clefable taking out a Talonflame from full HP. We saw it taking out an A-Slash. We saw it taking out a Tentacruel. I don't know. Usually I top lift these games. Mango has a different story. He's like, no, these games are totally playable. The game finally rewarded Mango with a good alignment where he can just tap his phone to victory after like having like 5 extremely tough games. Oh my, that almost take out. So what do we do now? Well, Mango will do, and we will watch. So he was able to farm down 2, 3. Okay, we're throwing on 3. Good timing. Timing here is odd numbers. And this Crunch will do some good damage. Drapion is launching the Kamehameha, waiting for the connections from Niantic to drop, and so he can take out the victory here. But Drapion is still thinking about the Kamehameha, throwing the Crunch. Is like, can we get the debuff? And the game here lags. Still lagging. Nothing is happening. He's trying to figure out. He's switched the Wi-Fi to the data, then he switched the data to Wi-Fi. The game still hasn't responded. Mango's now connected on the neighbor's Wi-Fi. Nothing is happening. The Drapion's like, hey, Mango, can you check the connection? Let's see. Okay, I think... Oh, the game was down for 10 minutes yesterday, and I think that battle happened during that time. So nothing happened. He lost that game, even though he should have easily won that game. Moving into the next one, we have Zygarde into Ape. If Ape has Ice Punch, I do believe that Ape wins this. If Ape doesn't have Ice Punch, they don't win this. And they do have Ice Punch, and that's an ouch. Ice Punch. They swap into Ninetale. Usually, when they swap to Ninetale, Clefable in the back in the past used to be like you swap to Clefable and you spam Meteor Mash. But Clefable no longer runs Meteor Mash; it runs a Swift and Moonblast. So what do we do now? Well, what you do now is just you go Drapion and you spam Aqua Tail. Why Aqua Tail? Because Talonflame exists. Is that enough? Yes. They brought back the Annihilate. So this is where Shadow Drapion comes in handy. 2 crunches KO. We get the crunch debuff, which mean we can just go straight Aqua Tail. What do we do now? Well, we can just swap out. They have a Gliscor, which is a nerfed Pokemon. Wing Attack is nerfed. I don't know what they are doing. If they land this, we can just go straight to Swift. If we don't, we can keep going straight Moonblast. Okay, Mango's like, let me CMP this guy because I know how to count. And that Swift was landed. What do we do now? Well, he's going to call a bait because he lives the EQ. And you know, Mango doesn't shield unless it's a lethal move. Okay, they bring in the Ape and Clefable, taking out 2 Pokemons. And that's like basically every game. Zygarde just like handle the lead and Clefable handle everything while Drapion is just dancing in between. We get punished with a Zygarde Mir. The opponent has 240, 24, 69 CP. The superior one while we have the rank 1. Who wins this matchup? Usually the one with Outrage or the one that gets the crunch debuff. Okay, Mango's going to bait the crunch and we don't get the debuff. He knows his Zygarde, his Optimus Prime doesn't win the CMP. Opponent gets the crunch debuff. We need to get the crunch debuff, otherwise we lose. Never mind, we both lose at the same time. And they bring in Feraligatr. We instantly go to the Drapion and they catch the crunch on the Cobalion. So what do we do? I think we need to build up. No, we need to just swap out the Clefable, and Moonblast technically doesn't KO with this health, so we can still build up for more energy. Is he gonna bait? I mean, I would bait, but I don't know about Mango. Mango doesn't like baiting too much. He's going straight for the Moonblast, and this Moonblast gets landed, and now he can actually farm all the way down, and which seems he will be doing it. Okay, he lives a Stone Edge. He's gonna call the bait. It wasn't a bait. Point brought back the Feraligatr. So what do we do now? Well, we're gonna throw these Swifts and then we throw the Moonblast after. Opponent is still thinking whether they shield. No, they didn't shield, and now Mango is chilling with a full HP Drapion while opponent has no health. We shield the Hydro Cannon because it's the move that does the most amount of damage. We get the farm down, and now we are so loaded on energy. Drapion throwing Aqua Tail number 1. And it will take out the Cobalion. Well played to Mr. Mango. Okay, moving into the next one. We have Zygarde into Giratina. Optimus Prime is the superior dragon here. They have a dragon, but this is not ideal. But you know what's ideal? Optimus Prime. Look at that cool design. Look at the Giratina. So ugly and... Okay, I can't say fat. Okay, it's not. It's 2024. You can't do that. You can't say that word anymore, okay? What do we do now? We can just go to Drapion, and since they are in crunch range, we can just no shield here, and opponent brought in a Porygon. I mean, technically Porygon is actually usable, but it's Porygon 2, the good one. Porygon 3... Oh wait, what Porygon 3? It's Porygon Z. Porygon Z is actually the bad one. So if they have Porygon 2, it's much bulkier and it has a much better play into Ultra League. Dry Attack is a savage move if they get the debuff. It's a trash move if you don't get the debuff. So what do we do now? We're just gonna go Clefable and farm them all the way down. They bring in Ampharos. And something to mention here. Swift, okay? Ampharos into Clefable used to be a playable matchup for both. With a Swift, after they gave a Swift to Clefable, it became a way better matchup for Clefable. So it became, it went from a neutral matchup into a dominant matchup to Clefable, because you can see like he just went straight to Swift, and 3 Swifts was enough to KO. Catching up a Talonflame in the lead. Look at that. Usually Incinerate goes from up down, right? But because Optimus Prime is so huge, Incinerate is just going on a straight line. Look. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. You're supposed to laugh, okay? If you don't laugh, you're just a hater. Opponent swaps into an Umbreon. Guess what, Umbreon? We have Clefable for that. With the switch timer being 50 seconds, ABB teams are kind of dead. So if people play ABB teams like that, I think that's kind of a bad play. Because switch timer is 50, okay? Which means there is no way they will be stuck the entire switch timer. If you throw 4 moves, the switch will be up anytime soon. And that's why ABB teams are actually bad, okay? We see Mango going straight for the full farm down. Opponent tried to snipe with a Talonflame, and then Optimus Prime comes in, lock in the Talonflame, throwing these crunches on good timing, sneaking a Dragon Tail as well. Talonflame desperately throwing these flies, and Mango's going to do 3 and then throw on good timing. To 3 is actually the perfect tail. Look at these phenomenal plays, man. Okay, opponent has a Verizon. So what does Verizon do? Well, Verizon actually the biggest wall to Zygarde. Mango's going straight for the Swift debuff. Okay, I think Mango is a Swiftie. He's been throwing Swift non-stop, okay? It's the only Pokemon I've seen him baiting with. Oh my, his Clefable is actually going to get to a move. And look at these plays. And now all we need to do is to land this Moonblast. And this Moonblast will take them out if they no shield. But I'm sure they will shield. No, they don't have a shield yet. So what do you mean? Drapion finishing the game with 1 Poison Sting. And that was a 5-0 set. And he is at 123 win out of 165. In 165 battles, he lost 40. So that put him at insane win rate. You know what? Let's do the math, okay? Let's do the math. Okay, let's open the calculator. No, wait 1 second. So that win rate is, when he is 123 wins, multiplied by 100, divided by 162. He's setting at 75% win rate. That's an insane win rate, actually. And I think this is the highest starting ELO I've ever seen in an open league. Don't get me wrong, people can get 2500, 2600 and Little Cup and any theme cup, but in open leagues, usually starting ELO is around 2300 to 2400. But Mango was able to get a starting ELO at 2489. He almost started at Ace. Sorry, at Veteran. He almost started Veteran. See, that's how cracked this player is. Make sure to give him a follow on his Twitch, and if you follow his stream and you see him live, he stream around, I think, 10 p.m. Central Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you follow his stream and you saw him live, just say, hey, I came from Yasser YouTube channel. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Best of luck everyone using this team, because this team is actually the best and the bulkiest, the most solid team in the entire open Ultra League. Thanks so much everyone for watching, and thank you so much Mango for sending us these amazing battles. This is the end of the video, and enjoy the rest of your day or whatever you're having. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Peace.